Welcome to the Monday Motivation with Eric and Friends podcast with your host, Eric F. King, featuring world-class speakers, coaches, and consultants. Join us every Monday as we dive into empowering conversations that motivate, inspire, and educate entrepreneurs. Kickstart your week with valuable insights that help you not just survive, but thrive. This is your go-to podcast to start your week strong and live your best life. Let's make Mondays the fuel for your success journey.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Eric F. King, and I am joined by Leah Garcia, Eni Asong, Zan Anaguru, my incredible friends. We are here for Motivational Monday once again. Welcome to everybody from all over the world. Please let us know you're here. Put in the chat, whether you're on LinkedIn or YouTube or Facebook, just put in the chat. Say, hi, I'm so-and-so. Well, we'll probably see your name. Tell us where you're zooming in from. Yeah, just tell us where you're zooming in from. Welcome. All right, so today we are super excited because we have an incredible topic that applies to everybody, right? Everybody can learn from this. So you want to share this right now, right? Go to, if you're on LinkedIn, just repost, right? If you're on Facebook, Instagram, wherever you are, just share with your audience. The topic for today is consistency, the real secret to success. All right, so I've been in business for over 25 years. And one thing I found in my life is that consistency is the key to building a big business. Why? Because when you start off, it's not going to be what you think it's going to be. It's not going to be as easy as you think it is. We were just talking behind the scenes. Most people will say no. Most people won't get on your call, right? So it's not how great your offer is, or it's how consistent you are, right? And we're going to dig deep into that. I'm not going to talk too much about it right now because I want to bring on my incredible speakers and we're going to dive in. And by the way, if you have any questions, definitely put it in the chat, right? Start by typing the word question, and then put your question so it'll be easy for me to see that you have a question. And I'm going to start shouting people out soon. So definitely put in the chat where you're zooming in from. All right. So we're going to kick it off with our good friend, Queen Leah. All right. She hails from California, where it is 4:03 in the morning. Wow. How many of you can get on a call at 4:03 in the morning? Probably none. Probably nobody. But she does it because she cares, because she wants to share her incredible wisdom with us. Okay. She is a financial strategist, one of the best in the world. And she helps you make money, invest money, all things money. You want to grab her ebook and learn more from her. All right. You know, I bring the best, right? I bring the best. And she's also a black belt, a 3rd-degree black belt in martial arts, which means she is very disciplined, right? She sets goals. She knows how to accomplish them. And which also means you don't want to get in a fight with her. Yeah, she will body slam you. That's right. Don't don't let the smile fool you. All right. So anyway, without further ado, let me bring on to the stage my good friend Leah Garcia. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Eric F. King of Collaboration. Well, I have a 4 a.m. club. You may not know it. If you're here at 4 a.m., where are my 4 a.m. champions? Listen, we perform regardless of how we feel. My name is Leah Garcia, financial strategist and insurance professional. It's really my crusade to help you properly protect, distribute, and transfer your wealth so that you can build that wealth. And that wealth today is your dynasty tomorrow. We're going to talk about an incredible topic, which is consistency. That is really the secret sauce to success. But people don't really even do it. Right? So I'm going to bring the fire. I'm going to give you 3 golden nuggets. We're going to break it down because listen, it's not a side hustle. It's not convenience, but it's pure grit. It's that consistency. It's never what you do once in a while. Anyone can do anything every now and then. And that's the average and ordinary. It's about what you do when it's tough. It's about what you do when you don't feel like it, because champions perform regardless of how they feel. Because even a broke clock is right twice a day, right? So golden nugget number one, here's a golden nugget. Consistency compounds until it becomes compound pounding. Consistency compounds until it becomes compound pounding. One day we're going to show up and there's going to be 1 million people here and everyone's going to say, how did you guys do it? It's because we showed up day after day after day. Most people are like the unpredictable stock market. They're up, they're down. They're up, they're down. They win, they lose. They're happy today, they're sad tomorrow. But champions are like the index strategy. We go up, they coast. We go up again, we coast. They capture those gains and put them in their pocket. That's the compound pounding. That's one smart money move a day. And when you're consistent over a week, over a month, over a year, that's when you realize the gains. That's when you really win. That because consistency isn't sexy, it is wealthy. Millionaires don't like the lottery. They're not like the lottery. They compound it, right? We do it all the time. Number two, consistency beats talent when talent sleeps in. You know what I'm always saying. You know, I always tell you guys, sleep is for the weak, right? I've seen broke geniuses, wealthy, average Joes. Why? Because genius waits for inspiration. Listen, the average person only shows up when Netflix is calling, right? Then they're like, okay, I'm going to do it now. But what do you do in the dark? What do you do when no one's looking? The average client pays himself $200 a month for 20 years will beat the person that says, I'll do it when I make 6 figures. That's the dreamer. Talent gets you in the room, but consistency buys the building. Your gifts will get you noticed. The grid and the grind will get you paid. Number 3, consistency is the ultimate risk mitigator. That's right. Wall Street loves diversification, but the real hedge is the daily discipline. The market crash, your consistent index strategies are what saves the job. That saves the day. Your side hustle is that 30 minutes that you do. That's the one that pays the bills. Consistency turns black swans into speed bumps. Uncommon insight. The richest people I coach aren't the smartest. They're the most predictable. Who can you compound on? Who can you depend on? They keep the promises that they make to themselves. It's what we do in the dark when nobody's watching. Chaos kills portfolios. Consistency kills chaos. Boy, that's a tongue twister. When we are what we repeatedly do, excellence then is not an act but a habit. Listen, we have to get up every single day. If I showed up here once in a while, you'd say, oh, who's that person? Who is that woman? Who is she? We don't know who you are because you're not here all the time. But when I'm here day after day after day, that's when the person is truly made. So listen, folks, if you want freedom, pay yourself first. If you want consistency, the cheat code is to show up. That is what will inspire you to your next success. That's what gets a compound pounding. That's what gets you paid. But it will never happen if you do it every now and then. Champions do it until the job gets done. They do it day after day after day after day until the job gets done. Listen, this is 2025. It's still your opportunity to stand up and rise up and thrive. And if you're here, it's because you're the person in your family that's supposed to change your family's last name forever. But you can't do it every once in a while. You can't do it when it feels good. You got to do it all the time. So that's my time. This is your time. Let's rise up and thrive. You still got time. There's a few days left here. We can do it. Hand it back to you, Mr. Eric.
All right. Thank you so much. What a way to kick it off. Already have so many notes at the beginning of the call. All right, thank you so much, Queen Leah. Now we're going to go all the way to Nigeria and West Africa to hear from our good friend who's going to give us a lot of golden nuggets. He is known all over the world for helping people, and you'll see how he helps people when I tell you his name and his tagline. All right. Someone that I hired several times in my business, and people are hiring him all over the world to help them. So especially nowadays, right, with all the things going on in the world and the economy and all of that. So without further ado, let me bring up my good friend, Mr. Positive Energy, Zion Anagru. The floor is yours.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric F. King. And thank you so much, Leah Garcia, and also Mr. Eni. Indeed, like Eric said earlier, my note is filled up just listening to Leah sharing all and nugget and tip. Thank you so much for blessing us and kicking us off on a great note and momentum today. And to everyone who are joining us, we appreciate you so much. You are our MVP and we celebrate you. Now, today's topic is a powerful one, and I believe is one that each and every one of us can actually resonate with, talking about the power of consistency, because it's the real secret for us to be successful entrepreneurs. And it's true. Consistency is key. Consistency is very, very important. So I'm going to share with us some tips on consistency that can be able to change our lives, change our business, and help us become a better person. Now, one thing that I've learned about consistency on my journey as a professional is this. We live in a world where people are always result oriented. We live in a world where people focus on the result and not the process and not the systems. One thing that consistency has taught me is this: focus on the process and the system, and the result will take care of itself. I'll say that again: focus on the process and the system, and the result will take care of itself. As much as you are pursuing the result, as much as you are pursuing the end goal, there are things that are put in place that creates the result you want to see. There are things that are lined up that you must do that create the result you want to see. And that's where consistency comes in. The ability for you to build system, the ability for you to build pathway, the ability for you to create principles around a school of thought, around your action, then these principles will be the thing that brings about the result. So consistency focus on the process, it focus on the system, and because you focus on the process and the system, these are the things that brings the result wants to see. And I'll share with you, everyone can be consistent. It does not matter who you are. It does not matter where you're from. It does not matter where you've been. It does not matter the mistake that you have made before. You can be consistent. And that's where the decision part comes in. You have to choose to be consistent. You have to choose consistency. Consistency does not happen by chance. It does not happen by just thinking about it. It doesn't happen by imagining it. Oh, consistency is the secret to success. Just thinking about it like that. No. It has to take intentional action. And I love the fact that when Leah mentioned that consistency compounds, and that is true. Every action you take every day, the more you do it, the more you get better at it. That's why there's a popular saying that says, practice makes mastery. The more you practice, the more you get better at it. The more you do a particular thing, the more it becomes easier when you do it. The more you do it, the tougher it gets, the easier it becomes. So that's why consistency is very, very important. And secondly, you must understand that if it's not scheduled, it is not real. That's one thing about consistency. If it is not scheduled, it is not real. Now you want to be consistent. What are the actionable steps you want to take? It's not enough to imagine these actionable steps. It's not enough to imagine this routine. You must schedule them into your work day, your busy day. You must schedule them. So when those routines, those actions are not scheduled, they are not real. So people think about, okay, I want to work out. You think about working out when it's not even part of your schedule. One way that makes the workout real is that it is part of your schedule. You want to read a book every day and it's not part of your schedule, then that's not real. You want to reach out to somebody like as part of your routine and it's not part of your schedule, then it's not real. So one thing about consistency is if it's not part of your schedule, it is not real. So whatever it is you want to be consistently doing, it has to be part of your daily schedule every day, so that there can be a reminder to tell you have to do this at this particular time. Because consistency doesn't just come out like a gift. It's not a gift that you receive and then boom, you are consistent. No, it takes an intentional action, an intentional decision to inculcate it as part of your life, as part of your everyday thing that you have to do. And my third point is this: one thing about consistency is, a lot of people think that when you are consistent, you do not make mistakes, or they think that there are days you do not have of this. I tell you, there's one thing I've learned again and again about consistency. There are days I wake up, I don't feel like it. There are days I feel like I don't want to do this thing. But one thing I will tell you is, Don't let one off day become one off week. And don't let one off week become one off month. So yes, you made a mistake. You did not meet your deadlines. You did not do what you're supposed to do today. It's okay. Forgive yourself and get back on track. Forgive yourself and do what you need to do. Today it's a new day. A new day to start afresh. A new day to do that which you have to do again and again. So when it comes to consistency, it's not the fact that you're not going to have breaks. You're not going to miss days. You are going to miss days. But one thing that you must do, even if you miss days, make sure the next day you are showing up. Make sure the next day you are doing what you need to do. And I will end with this. There's one thing I've learned about consistency is consistency builds trust and credibility. When you show up when you say you want to show up, when you do things when you say you want to do it, it allows people to trust you. People want to be around credible people. People want to be around people who are trustworthy, who are reliable, who they can work with. So you must understand that being consistent is a game changer. I want to work with people I can trust. And for the fact you can show up every day, I've seen you show up again and again and again, it's a sign that you are trustworthy. It's a sign that you are reliable. This is very, very important. Consistency is one of those character traits of a positive person. If you are not consistent, you cannot be positive. Because I tell you, life is going to throw at you different things, challenging things. But because you have chosen to stay consistent, it becomes a lifestyle. So consistency should not be something you do at a one-off thing. It should not be something you do once in a year. It should become a lifestyle. It should become something that you don't struggle to do. And I tell you, it's a major game changer in every areas of life. In business, in relationship, whatever it is that you want to do. Being a consistent person sets you apart. Because we live in a world where a lot of people are not consistent. They will tell you I will show up by 11 and they are showing up 1 hour time, 2 hours time. But if you are somebody people knows that you do what you say you will do, you show up when you say you want to show up, people will want to work with you. I thank you so much everyone for listening. I believe that embracing consistency is not negotiable. It's not something you have to think about. It's something you have to embrace. Because being a consistent person reflects the fact that you're a positive person. And like I always tell you, in positivity, there are always endless possibilities for you. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening. I yield my back to you, Mr. Eric.
Awesome. Thank you so much. My goodness. Like I can't even keep up with all the things you're saying. It's incredible. We appreciate you. And I don't know what's more impressive, all the information you gave us or the tongue twister at the end that you say. I couldn't say that. Like I could not say that. Endless possibilities. That's all I can say. All right. So we're gonna keep on going. Welcome everybody. Definitely put your name in the chat, but let us know where you're zooming in from. There are people from all over the world. Some of you are just laying back right now and maybe in your bed or something. Just sit up a little bit. And let us know you're here. All right. Let us know you're here. Laverne, we see that you're here. Appreciate you. Paula is here. Welcome. Carlene is here. Welcome, Carlene. We have Coral from across the pond. She's here. Natasha, welcome to the call, Natasha. Jay Pasquale, good to see you. Jay, good to see you. Welcome. Let's see, who else? Okay, Sharon Rose from Phoenix. Good to see you, Sharon. Welcome, Sharon. And there are more. Roxana, I see you too. So if Salim, I believe, from Bangladesh, good to see you. Jacob, welcome, Jacob. All right, keep putting it in the chat. Now, also put your questions in the chat. Okay, put the word question and then put it in there. Look, you have 4 experts here that can help you for free. All right, take full advantage. Right? Put your questions in the chat. All right, so let's go to our next speaker, and then we're going to take your questions. Our next speaker hails from Britain, London, England, and look, this gentleman, he helps you become famous. How would you like for you and your business to be famous, right? Because it doesn't really matter how much you know if people don't know that you know it, right? Doesn't matter how talented you are if people don't see you, right? And here's a gentleman that helped me tremendously on LinkedIn when nobody knew me here, and helped me become famous on LinkedIn, right? So he helps you. He even helps you write books if you want to become famous writing books. There's a lot that he does. But today he's going to talk about this topic for all of us. So without further ado, Eni Osong, the floor is yours. You are muted, sir. Okay, it looks like you're frozen. It looks like you're frozen. Let's see. Let me give you a second. All right. So as we're waiting for Eni, I just want to share something real quick. So okay, he'll be back. So one thing I want to share is a lot of times we feel that when we start something and it's not working, that means it's not going to work, right? I'll give you a good example. Amazon. Everybody knows Amazon, right? Did you know that Amazon was in the red? In other words, they weren't making any money for 7 years. Amazon, right? They weren't making any money. They were not profitable for 7 years. Now, how many of you would stay in a business for 7 years if it wasn't making money? Most of you won't, right? Most of you were like, nah, it's not working. But then guess what? It worked. It worked, right? The guy, Bezos, became the richest man in the world, right? Because of how it works. So consistency is key to your success. Consistency is key to your success. I'm going to share a story with you. So when I was in my 20s, I was a young man. I always say I'm still a young man, but I was a younger man back then. When I was in my 20s, I decided I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to have my own business. I want my name to be on the building, right? And so I stopped doing a lot of things I used to do, right? I had my friends. We used to hang out on the weekends and go out, and but I couldn't do that because I had to do my business on the weekend because I was working during the day, right? And okay, and yes, and I'll get with you, Annie. Appreciate you coming back, seeing you there. Yeah, so what happened was I started doing this business, right? And the first one didn't work out. Then I started another one, right? And then my friends would ask me, to be like, why are you wasting your time and your money? Come enjoy, have a good time with us, right? Why don't you just come and have a good time with us, right? And I'm like, no, I can't do it. Now, fast forward years later, I started having success, and they see me and they're like, wow, how did you go from that to this, right? Now living my dream life, right? Some of those people were more talented than me, but the reason they never accomplished, at least so far, their full potential is they weren't consistent at anything, right? They weren't consistent. Just want to have a good time, or they'll start and stop, start and stop, start and stop. I just never stopped, right? So I want to share that story with you guys, just let you know that consistency is important. All right, so we have Eni Osong back. All right, take it away.
So, I suppose what I would say might give me some reason why I fell off the stage. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Look, consistency, the best way I can describe it is to say slow and steady wins the race. That's the truth. The tortoise always wins. And the hare is faster, and there's a reason for that. Consistency is called, right? Look, many of us have ideas, Eric. We have ideas. And some of us never start those ideas. Other people start the idea with power, with speed, with energy, right? And then a couple of weeks later, it's gone. I'm tired. I'm burnt out. Oh, it's not working, like you said, Eric. No, it's not working. Okay, maybe I should stop. The consistency is what keeps you going. It's about doing the right things regularly and often. Do the right things. No, for me, for example, let's say I do books I write books for clients, and I always have this conversation with my clients and my friends on LinkedIn. What's the best way to write a book? Do you write a book once in a while? You sit down and turn your computer on and work on your book? Or do you do half an hour every day? Maybe even if it's just weekdays. See, I know you're going to write your book when you do the half an hour every day, because you develop a habit of writing your book. That's just a book. So everything you do is about developing that habit. Getting over that inertia of oh, I haven't done that if I want to. You want to. If you want to, and desire is a big thing. If you want to do it, if it's important to you, then make a habit of doing it bit by bit by bit. That's how we get done. See, my friends, look, there's some truths I want to tell you. You see, doing does not equal performance. Even being consistent is not going to get you success on its own. It really is not. You know, you say, because you can do the wrong things, number one, but you can also do things that don't count and help you on your road to success. I assure you. See, consistency has a brother and sister. They're called persistence and urgency. I just fell off the stage just now. As I was about to talk, I could see it coming, and which just froze. Everything's like, I'm like, oh, damn. Anyway, so look, we must learn to overcome hurdles. That's persistence for you. And our urgency essentially means that you do the right things at the right time. You know, with the speed you need to. That's what really counts. When you have those three things: consistency, persistency, and urgency, your success is almost guaranteed, my friends. You know what to do? Like, you must genuinely want to do it. You know, tell yourself you want to do it. So make yourself do it. See, when doing the right thing at the right time becomes your habit, you know, you'll enjoy doing it and you achieve more. So, you know, I used to be that daredevil. You know, when I was at uni, I used to be the daredevil, stupid person, right? You have an assignment to do. Okay, I'll get it done. Night before, I'm like, oh, I've got to get it done. I'll do it. I'll throw it in an all-nighter. Yes, I got it done. But there was no pleasure, and quality was always questionable. You know, but when you're consistent, you work slow and steady. You can correct your mistakes. You know, you can learn in the process. That's what consistency really means for all of us, right? So whatever you do, my friends, now don't be that daredevil. It's not going to help you. You know, and as Zion says, you know, it's not going to keep your mind at rest. You know, you want to work when your mind is peaceful. That means start early. You know, Zion talks about having a plan. You know, and Queen Leah talks about compound pounding. I love that. I don't actually come up with these genius things, right? You know, that's pure genius. But look, you know, I guess, you know, I may say consistency is like it's like a temperature. What's your temperature? In a temperature, in the sense that when you get to a certain temperature, it gets hotter and hotter and hotter. That's what you want to do with consistency. That's what Queen Leah means by compound pounding. You know, you get to a certain stage or level of performance, and you just keep doing it the right way, overcome all the obstacles that life sends you, and you're going to get better and better and achieve more and more. That's the conversation we're having today. Don't be the one that says, sorry, I couldn't do it because I was too busy. I had no time. You know, I didn't know it was urgent. If you know it's urgent and you really want to do it, get doing it bit by bit. That's how we get done.
Thank you, sir.
My friend.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. That is powerful, powerful information. I took so many notes. All right. This is getting juicy, folks. This is exciting. All right. So now, I'm just going to share a few points, and then we're going to get to your questions. I see some questions in there. Welcome, Emmanuel. Good to see you. I just saw Emmanuel jump on. Welcome, Jacob. All right, come on in. Share this with more people. All right. So did you know that when we started this call, it wasn't like this? Like you couldn't see us. Did you know that Leah and I, we started this call on a conference line? Some of you don't even know what a conference line is, right? That's why you call into a number, right? And then when you call into the number, you can speak. And the only people that can hear you are the people that call into that number, right? And that's what we did, right? So we had this great idea. We're like, okay, you know what? We're going to have people from all over the world, right? So we put the number all over the place, and then we called in and we're on the line. And guess what? That it tells you how many people are on the line, right? So it said 3. So it was me, Leah, and Coral. It said 3 people are on your line. I'm like, okay. So I said, maybe if we can't go, if we keep going, more people will join. Guess what? It stayed at 3 for the whole call. Right? Then guess what? We did it again. We're like, you know what? Maybe the next time will be better. We did it again. The next time, guess what? 3. Same 3. I'm like, oh my goodness, what's going on? Then I think it went up to 4 or 5. I was so excited. 2 people, 3 people on that. Wow. And then guess what? The next week, it went back to 3. Now, look. Now, if we quit, I wouldn't have met Annie. I wouldn't have met Zion. I wouldn't have met Paula. I wouldn't have met Alexis. I wouldn't have known Sharon Rose. I wouldn't have known Carlene. I wouldn't have met any Laverne. The thousands of people that follow me on LinkedIn, I wouldn't have met most of them, right? And we wouldn't have been able to give so much value over the last couple of years if we quit, if we were not consistent, right? So here's the deal, folks. Whatever you do, consistency is key. Consistency is key. I'll give you one more example, and then we'll get into your question. All right. So as you know, I run studiospeaking.com, right? The best stage on earth. By the way, that's my new tagline, guys. You like it? The best stage on earth. Yeah. Look, it's funny. I'm telling you this before I even tell my team, because my team, they're about to put it all over my website, right? That's the best stage on earth, folks. That is my tagline for studiospeaking.com, right? So here's the deal. At studiospeaking.com, coaches, speakers, and authors are able to speak live in person in my studio to an audience from all over the world and share their expertise, right? But when I started, I didn't have a website, right? When I started, I just had an idea. So I started calling people and say, hey, Mark, this is my idea. Do you want to speak on my stage? No, Eric, I'll pass. Okay, Wendy, this is a great stage. You'll love it. You'll be able to share your information, and I'll talk and tell them all about it. Yeah, Eric, how many people have spoken on your stage? Nobody yet. Okay, why don't you call me back when people start speaking on your stage? Right? So I'm getting no, not interested. I can't fly down. Where is it? I'm not going to drive far all the way down there, Eric. No way, no how, right? No. But guess what? I've been in business for 25 years. I know about consistency, right? So I kept going. I kept calling. And then guess what? One lady, Kenyatta Turner, she goes, Eric, that's a good idea. I think I'm in. I'm like, for real? I like, for real. She goes, yeah, for real. I'm like, okay, if you're sure. She goes, yeah, I'm sure. Okay, so great. So she signs up. She flies in all the way from Arizona to speak on my stage. Does an incredible job. In fact, I still use her picture. If you go to my LinkedIn, where you put your jobs and stuff, her picture is still there because she's the first one, right? And then a lady named Marla Press. She's a public speaking coach. She said, Eric, this is interesting. I think I'm going to do it. I'm like, really? Okay. Anyway, long story short, 4 people said, I'll do it, Eric. 4 people said they'll do it. So I created that event. They came in, they spoke. Now, there was we didn't have any system, anything in place. So they all stayed in Airbnb, wherever, like they stayed all over the place, right? Right? Like we I said, meet me after dinner. So everybody had dinner wherever and then came, right? Now we all stay in the same hotel. We all go to the same restaurants. That we have a transportation company that takes everybody around, right? But when we started, it wasn't like that. Now, fast forward to today, we get some days 10, 20 people asking us to speak on our stage, right? Then now they see the website, they see 30 testimonials. The first 4 didn't see one, they didn't see any. But I believed so strongly that I was helping people. I believed I was helping speakers. I believed I was helping people that will see them. I believed so strongly all those people that said no didn't matter, right? And now I'm a blessing. Look, just yesterday, I got another gift in the mail from one of my speakers. My kids say, wait, did they pay you in gifts? I was like, no, they pay me in money. They just give me gifts too because they're just so appreciative of what I've done for them, right? So that's an example to show you that don't quit, folks. Don't quit. Just stay consistent. The time will come that you'll achieve your goals. All right. So we're going to go around the room real quick because I know some people. Thank you, Annie. I appreciate that. Yes. I used to be the only one clapping for myself. Now I got people clapping for me. That's awesome. That is so awesome. Yeah. So we're going to go around the room. I want you to learn a little bit more about my speaker. So if you can tell them if you have anything going on, how they can reach you, and then we're going to jump into these questions. I can't wait. So let's start with Queen Leah. Go ahead.
You know, I'm always clapping for you, Eric. I'm laughing at all your jokes. Nobody else is even. I'm your audience right here. Well, you can actually click on my QR code right here, learn more about me. It'll take you to my Biz in a Box, which is like an interactive website. And I host Wealthy Wednesday every single Wednesday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're looking for a guest speaker opportunity, I'd love to chat with you. And you can also download my free ebook, The Wall of Wealth, take my money quiz, and let's talk. Let's talk about how to make your wealth today, your dynasty tomorrow. Let's jump on a coffee chat with you. So that's it. Hand it back to you, Eric.
Awesome. Thank you. Let's go with Zion. Zion, go ahead.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric F. King. And I'm always clapping for you as well. I know you couldn't see me. Why? Because I'm not on screen. But yes, for those who want to reach out to me, I'm a positivity coach and mentor. I help people embrace the power of positivity intentionally. Because, you know, we live in a world where it's easy to get overwhelmed in the midst of the challenging situation, in the midst of the business not going on. But having that coach and that mentor who help you stay consistently positive every day is something you need in your life. So you want to stay consistently positive? Reach out to me. Let's go on a journey of positivity together. I host my positivity event every Friday at 2 p.m. EST and 8 p.m. West Africa time. So anyone who you want to jump in to listen in to be part of that call, free. Check out my LinkedIn page. It's always there. And I believe there's so much you can do by embracing the power of positivity. So I give my back to you, Mr. Eric.
All right. Any awesome.
Yeah. Hello, Ariel. Sorry, Ariel is one of my new special friends, and I'm glad you're here. First time I probably just coming to an event like this with us, especially. My friends, find me on LinkedIn. I will share my link, my profile link, in the comments. If we haven't met yet, then let's meet. I'd love to know what you do. Of course, I have events every day. I have an event this evening. 9 o'clock. What's that? 5 p.m. EST. And escaping year 95. So do join us. If you're thinking of jumping into entrepreneurship, then come and get some real truths. So a lot of people start businesses with the wrong idea. Much like today's topic, we need to learn the process, the truths, the reality, what you're going to go through. So do join us to learn the mental, financial, and other practical things that you need to actually start your business.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right. So real quick, for those of you, again, that are not familiar with what I do, just go to studiospeaking.com and you can check it out. If you're interested in being a speaker, right, feel free to apply. Just click on the link. And if you know anybody that you think, this could work out for them, this would be perfect for them, contact me and let me know, because we do have a referral program, an affiliate program, and we will make it worth your while. All right. So just let me know as well. In the meantime, I have a free ebook I want to give everybody. Okay. I've been in the marketing and sales game for 25 years, and I wrote a book. I wrote an ebook, 100 ways to market your business, 100 ways to market business to get more sales, leads, clients, and I'm giving it away to you for free. Okay, just click on the link. I'm putting it in the chat. Coral, if you can put it in the chat as well for LinkedIn. All right. So for those of you that are listening, it is successwitheric.com. So Eric is ERIC. Successwitheric.com/100. Successwitheric.com/100. It's absolutely free and it will bless you. Trust me, it will bless you. All right. So let's get to the questions. I am super excited We have several questions, so we're gonna be short and succinct with our answers as we get to these questions. The first question, and it's not in any order of people that you put it in, it's just the best way for me to see it. The first question will be from, I believe it's Carlene. Okay, yeah, Carlene. All right. Carlene says, how do you distinguish between being consistent and being stuck in a routine that's no longer serving you? Great question. Great question. Queen Leah wants to say something. Go ahead.
Yes, this is a fire question. And I would say, does it still make you uncomfortable? Right? If it's really comfortable, it's really easy, then maybe you need to change it up something if you're talking about your routine. And if you're talking about the path that you're on, then are you getting feedback? What do you get when you don't show up? Do people ask for you? Are you getting people who are quoting your words? That's when you start to know your message is resonating. Great question, Carlene.
Awesome. Who else?
Yes.
Go ahead, Zion.
Okay. All right, Mr. Eric, thank you so much. Carlene, that was a very beautiful question. For me, one way I use to distinguish it's tracking my progress. Because if you are consistent and you are not growing, that you are not consistent for the right thing. So tracking your progress is very, very key. So it's not just about doing what you are doing. It's about growing as you do what you do. It's about improving as you do what you do. So track your progress. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Annie, go ahead.
I totally agree. Like, I think, it starts with being very clear what your goal is. Even if you're not clear what you're trying to achieve, just being consistent is not going to get you anywhere, right? You're going to just end up being stuck. Look, define your goal and work out why it's important to you. And almost every day, reaffirm that goal. Restate that goal to yourself. Tell yourself why that. Remind yourself. Say, I write my goals every day, right? It sounds silly, but the only way to keep it and to keep your mind thinking about it. Is it still relevant? Am I performing to achieve that goal? Not just perform. Am I just doing? That's where you don't want to be, right?
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So great question, Carlene. For me, it's am I moving forward? Am I moving forward? Right. So when I was telling the story of the 4 women that started on my stage, I didn't make any money when they spoke, right? Because I was just spending money, right? The next time I did it, I had 6 speakers. I didn't make any money. But I was moving forward, right? And then I had 8. Last one we had 8. In January we have a 2-day event with 15, right? So I'm moving forward. Now I'm making money now, but my point is what I didn't quit because I'm like, okay, I'm moving forward. Even though I'm not making money, I'm moving forward. I'm helping people, right? So if you're not moving forward and it's just the same thing, then you have to consider whether you need to pivot and do something else. Great question. All right. Laverne says, what daily habits or small actions have helped you stay consistent even when motivation runs low? Oh, great question. Great question. Queen Leah, do you want to start? Or do you want me to move to Zion?
I'll pass it over. Let's let someone else start.
Okay, go ahead, Zion. Go ahead, Annie. I see your hand up. Go ahead.
Go, Mrs. Z.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Annie, and thank you so much, Mr. Eric. Yes, what are the daily habits or small action that has helped me stay consistent even when motivation runs low? The last line is very profound because when it comes to motivation, you are not all up every day. Like I said, there are days you not be your best. There are days, you don't feel like it. But how can you stay consistent? Earlier on when I spoke, I mentioned the power of scheduling. If it's not scheduled, it is not real. So one thing that has really helped me stay consistent is this. Even though I don't feel like it, it's always part of my schedule. So I don't have to feel like it to do it. I don't have to have that zeal, that motivation to do it. But as long as it's a part of my schedule, I do everything I can to make sure I do. So having that as part of your schedule, it's key. And lastly, one thing about consistency is most people feel you are only consistent when everything is going well. In fact, the true test of consistency is, can you still do it when you don't feel like it? Can you still do it when things are not going well? So the ability for us to give it our best shot, still do it, it's very, very key. So Schedule those things that you want to do. Let it be part of your everyday routines, everyday plans, because it's really going to help you to stay intentionally committed to doing that thing which you want to do. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. Appreciate that. Awesome. Who'd like to go next?
Yes, I agree 100% again, Susie. Look, for me, every day starts with, restating my goals and my tasks, what I want to achieve. Essentially, I'm asking the gods for input, for help, for guidance, make sure I actually do I actually get to do them, right? And so part of that is just, it's reminding myself of my why and what. Those two have to go together. And awesome. then I tend to do, I do small things. Just take a step in it for each thing you have to do. Now, one day you do a lot. Next day, if you don't feel like it, you might do a bit less. But over time, if you're consistent, you will do what you have to do.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Queen Leah.
Yeah, I love those comments. And I would say schedule it in. I like to check the box. I like to set alarms. And then do something to reward yourself when you are consistent. Have those little rewards. Maybe it's take a walk, have some water, sit in meditation, do something that's good for yourself, and that will incentivize yourself. So great question.
Awesome. Awesome. So Laverne, I'll tell you what I've done for many years. It's a secret, so don't tell anybody. This can change your life. Involve other people, right? Involve other. Like this morning when I woke up, I was so tired because I'm working on a project and I was up late last night, right? Working on because I'm always working on some project, right? I was working on I was so tired when I woke up. Like if I was the only one doing a call, I may not even show up today. Right? But I have to show up. Queen Leah will be here. Annie will be here. Zion will be here, right? You guys will all be here, right? So involve other people in what you're doing, right? And then when you find people that believe in you, keep them around. Keep them around you, right? Bless them, right? So that's what I would say. Involve other people because it's hard. It's hard to stay motivated. It's hard to stay motivated by yourself. Oh my goodness, because we all have problems. We all have issues. We all have obstacles, right? But if you're in it with other people, you can't quit. You can't quit. All right. So that's my 2 cents. Well, what we say? It's not 2 cents. It's what? It's $2 million worth of what? How do you say it, Leah?
$2 million cents.
$2 million golden nugget. There we go. We'll figure it out. Yeah. So you see, we don't rehearse anything here. This is live TV. We just go with it. We go with it. All right. Coral from across the pond, our good friend, my personal assistant, one of the most wonderful people you'll ever meet in your lifetime, Coral from across the pond. She says, from your perspective, how does showing up consistently through content, marketing, or service help maintain visibility and keep your business top of mind for your audience? Great question. How does showing up consistently help you in the marketing and visibility? Who would like to share? Okay, go ahead, Annie. You're muted. Okay.
No, exactly. Great question. Look, I think it's not. I think I know for sure. We'll want to be known as a person who does that, whatever that is. I want to be known as a publisher. Queen is known as the person who helps you build your wealth, right? It's quite simple. Eric is a salesman supreme, and it's also a speaking studio. So we only get known as these things because we turn up and we do those things every day. The more you do, the more people see you, and you become more credible. You become, and you tend to have authority in your field. If you create good content, for sure, then people begin to learn from you, and they realize that you can add value, you can help them with your knowledge and skills, right? If you don't show up, sorry, someone else is going to take that space. Do you really do what you do? I'm not sure. Of course, every time you serve someone, my friends, make sure you give them the A-class service. The service that's super memorable. Yes. They will come back to you and they'll tell their friends. That's why I would order. That's why being consistent, is so important. Your service is the one, especially I would say, focus on that one. You can talk with the content you want, but if you're not actually delivering, what's the point being known as that person who does that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Annie. And we're going to go to Queen Leah.
Yes, this is a great question. I would say that the thing is that the more that you speak your mind, you're going to grow your mind and you're going to develop your message. Eric was so disappointed because there was only 3 people on that call. I was excited because there were only 3 people on that call. Nobody could hear me flub it up. Nobody could hear me mess it up. And so if you speak but I always spoke as though there were a million people there. Speak as though everyone's listening to you, even when they're not. And I promise you, if you do it scared, you do it with shaky legs, you do it when your voice trembles, like Cassandra Terry says, it will definitely happen for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great question, Coral. So here's the deal. You want to share what you do with as many people as possible. A lot of times we feel that we're not good enough, so we don't share. Like if you follow me, if you go back and scroll down years ago of my social media, you'll notice that I was posting even though my videos weren't good quality. My sound wasn't great. The lighting wasn't great, right? But I kept doing it because I had value, right? Now I have a team, so so now like I'm talking and boom, people see me post while I'm talking. Like, Eric, you're posting and you're talking. But now I have a team, right? So things get easier as you go. But you want to share what you do. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just show people, because people they're not looking for Hollywood production. They're looking for value, right? They're looking for value. If they get value, then they'll show up. They get value, they'll show up. So yeah. So before we end, let me just recognize a few. Ariel, welcome to our call. Any friend of Annie's is a friend of mine. So welcome. We appreciate you being here. Alexis Skurloff James, my editor, she edited both of my books. Yes, she is here. Alexis Skurloff James, if she can help you with that. Calm is here. Welcome, Calm. Good to see you. Lisa, welcome. Good to see you, Lisa. All right. Happy Monday to you too. Yolanda's here. Welcome. Eric Doby from Connecticut. Good to see you. So we have so many people on, and I just want to say, oh, and by the way, Zion, if you want to contact Zion, just click on Zion Inaugural. You'll see his information. I just want to say one thing, to wrap everything up, is that whatever you do, like I said, do it with other people. Find people in your corner, right? There are a lot of times we are set on a path to accomplish something, but we don't have the right people around us. And the people around us, they discourage us, right? They discourage us. And then when they discourage us, then we quit, right? One of the things I say, which is controversial at times, I say, if you want to make $500,000 a year, but your parents make $50,000 a year, your parents can't help you. So stop asking them to help you. Don't even get their opinion on making $500,000. Go find someone that makes $500,000, make it, and then come and bless your parents, because they're doing what they know to do, right? So stick around the right people. Stick around. I have a huge network, right? Why? Because I'm always looking for. In fact, I started a mastermind for my speakers, right, where we all get together. That's another benefit of speaking on my stage. But surround yourself with the right people. You will not believe how successful you will be if you stay around the right people, and that will help you to be much more consistent. All right. So as we close, I just want to remind you that free ebook is in there. successwitheric.com/100. Click on it. It's not going to be free forever. I'm going to start charging for it. But for now it's free. So click on it and you can grab it. Leah, I know you said, what's the website that they can go to see you or get your ebook again?
Yeah, leahgarcia.io. You can also click on my QR code right here. And I just want to say in closing, consistency doesn't take looks or talent. It just takes pure grit. Just be the dripping faucet that shows up day after day after day. And then one day you're going to look around and people are going to say, wow, how did you do all this? What? Because you were doing it day after day. So great topic. Thank you, Eric.
Absolutely. Thank you. Annie, go ahead. What's that site again?
So LinkedIn, so my LinkedIn profile is in the chat, so I'll put it on in the chat again.
Okay.
And then the one thing I do want to say, my friends, that there you get yourself like an accountability partner.
Yeah.
If you want to keep on track, get someone who will hold a mirror to you and say, right, you said you would, have you done it? That's there you do that, and then that really, that's what Eric's talking about when he says who you surround yourself with, right? Think about it, and if you really want to get it done, become accountable to yourself and to the people around you. So that's my profile on the stage on screen, Eric. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. That accountability partner is important. Someone that can push you, not someone that's going to give you an excuse. Like, you want someone that's going to push you and say, like if I'm your accountability partner, you're going to succeed because I'm going to push you, right? Now, I don't want 100 requests for accountability partners. I can't do that for everybody. But
no alibis, Eric. No excuses. No excuses. None of that stuff.
No excuses. Everybody, I'll take on everybody. Yeah. So definitely have an accountability partner. Queenie, I'm looking for. Oh, there we go. I was looking for it. I'm like, okay, there you go. Like I found it. All right, folks. So appreciate all of you being here. We are here every Monday for you. We are here for you to continue to give you value. We've been doing this about a couple of years now, right? And we have something big coming. Oh my goodness. I am so excited. It's like you guys will be fired up, right? Just if you want to find out what it is, just keep showing up. You'll see very soon. It's going to be big. It's going to be big. And it's going to help every single person on this line, whether you have money or not. All right. So appreciate you. Tanya, I see you. I'll make sure you watch the recording. So for people that were here live, just put #live in the chat right now. #live. So we know you were here. And if you're watching this on replay, put #replay. Okay. And do me a favor, everybody. Take this right here, go to LinkedIn and repost this to your audience. Let your audience be blessed with what we just shared with you today, right? Just repost this to your entire audience. Take the link, put it on Facebook, put it everywhere. Let more people see this because we want to bless as many people as possible. All right. It has been a plum-pleasing pleasure to be here with you this morning. We appreciate all of you, and we'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.